Europe is a series of energy islands, really. So if Poland is short of gas, it's difficult to import it from Germany, for example. We don't have the interconnector pipelines you need to send gas around Europe the way we can send electricity around Europe. So gas is a naturally monopolistic business, and Russia has exploited this very effectively.
The energy market is not a free market, never has been and is not today. It's a very much controlled, manipulated market.
Norway sells a lot of gas to Western Europe, but you don't get Norway trying to make gas into an instrument of its foreign policy and using its gas relationship with, say, Germany to bully Denmark or something like that. It's just not the way a normal Western energy supplier behaves. But for Russia, energy and foreign policy are very closely intertwined. And so when we see Russia pursuing these policy objectives in Europe, we should be worried, and we're not.
The United States is very worried, for reasons of NATO solidarity, that European countries are becoming excessively dependent on Russia for natural gas. There's a fear that the more Europe becomes dependent on Russian natural gas, the more it will be beholden to Moscow in some way, that it will fall under the sway of Moscow in the political realm, and that this will somehow undermine NATO.
What Gazprom has seen, and what Russia has seen, is that once you have a presence in a country's energy infrastructure and energy companies, you can then develop that into a political presence as well. And we've begun to see that in Germany, for example, where Russia sees Germany as its most important partner within Europe. And that's a rather unhealthy symbiosis. And so we see a Nord Stream gas pipeline, which is very threatening of the energy security of countries like Poland, conceived in secret, supported by Gerhard Schröder when he was Chancellor, and now being built by a consortium in which he's the chairman. And that really would strike some people as quite scandalous. And so I think that really exemplifies the way in which Russia has managed to get the top officials in European countries into this very unhealthy mixture of business and politics. And I've actually coined the name for this, the Schröderization, the Schröderization of Western Europe.